All right, we are halfway through this unit. We just finished the mid-chapter review. Now all that's left in here is subtracting integers. So we're going to start the same way we did with adding, with subtracting integers using counters. So you're going to need your bingo chips again, about 10 of each, 10 of red, 10 of blue. And we're going to start with -10 minus +5. So addition was fairly simple. We were just adding in each counter. But when you're subtracting, sometimes things start to get a little bit trickier. So let's start by writing down the steps here on the side. Step 1 is going to be the same as with adding. Represent first integer. And you can do that with counters or with drawing. So we're going to start off with counters. So take out -10, so 10 blue counters, and lay them out here. I'm going to go over top of my notes a little bit. So we have our -10 out. Now it tells us that we are taking away +5. But as you can see, there's not +5 here to take away. There's no positive numbers here. So if you're not able to take away +5, we need to use what we learned before the mid-chapter review, which is the zero principle. So what we're going to do is use the zero principle to add in a quantity of 0, but you're still, or a value, I guess, of 0, but you're going to add in counters so that you then have +5 to take away. So I'm going to write this first because my page is going to get cluttered up here right away. So step 2, if you are unable to take away, the second integer, then you add both positives and negatives. So I need to take away +5. So that means that I need +5 red counters in there. So I'm going to get out 5 red counters. But I can't just add these in because then that would be adding, not subtracting. So along with those +5 reds, I need to add in +5 blues. So I guess you actually need 5 negative counters, sorry. So see how down here, this is actually a value of 0. It doesn't mess up my equation in any way, but now it allows me to take away these 5 positives. So that would be step 3, to take away second integer. So I took away my +5, and then step 4 is what is left is your answer. So we are left with -15. And if you think of this with your common sense, if you have -10 counters and you're taking away +5, then you would be moving even further down the left side of the number line because it's getting smaller. Your number shouldn't be getting bigger. So you shouldn't ever be adding in +5. Your number is actually getting smaller, so it makes sense that your answer should be -15 because -15 is 5 smaller than -10. So we'll take away these counters and we will represent it then with drawings. So I'm going to get out my blue marker and I'm going to draw out the first integer. So you're going to draw out 10 negatives. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're taking away positive 5. And remember that in order to take away positive 5, we had to add in positive 5 using the zero principle. So that means adding in positive 5 and negative 5. Then when we take away those positive 5, those are crossed out, and you're left with negative 15. So together, let's try this one. Let's try negative 2 minus negative 5. So again, this time, get out your counters. We're going to start with our first integer, so negative 2. So we have negative 2 counters out there. Now we need to take away negative 5. We don't have negative 5 there, though, to take away. So let's add in negative 5. You know what? Let's add in negative 3, because then you see you have negative 5 there to take away. So if we add in negative 3, we also have to add in positive 3. Then you can take away your negative 5, and you are left with positive 3. So in this case, we are taking away the negatives. So our number should be getting bigger. So now let's draw this out and represent it. So we have 2 negatives. We had to add in 3 more negatives to make negative 5 for us to take away. And with that 3 negatives, we had to add in 3 positives. Then we can take away our negative 5, so cross those negative counters out, and we end up with positive 3. All right, try this one out on your own. Positive 5 minus negative 3. Then I'll give you an easy one here. Negative 7 minus negative 2. So pause the video. Work on these two, and once you've got them, come back. All right, welcome back. Let's see how you did. So the first example here is positive 5 minus negative 3. So we start by drawing out positive 5. Then we need to take away negative 3. Now again, we run into this problem that there's not negative 3 to take away. So using the zero principle, we're going to add in that negative 3 along with positive 3. So now we have negative 3 that we can take away. So cross those out, and we are left with positive 8. All right, and then for the next one, we have negative 7. So we draw out our negative 7. We need to take away negative 2. Now in this case, there is negative 2 there to take away. So we just cross out 2 of them. And we have negative 5 left over. So that would be our answer. All right, thanks for watching. Let's go now to the next page, and I will have the next video ready for you for subtracting integers using a number line.